So, what do you think? Is declining health in America an extreme problem that needs to be dealt with?
Yeah, because people need to be healthy. And yeah,
I'm glad we agree on that. I also think that people need to be healthy, and that's a problem that needs to be dealt with. So that's why I'll start by saying that processed food all over America is hurting health and contributing to a major health decline. One of the leading overconsumed foods, though, that's unhealthy in America is Pop Tarts. Most countries have taken this into consideration, I should say some countries, and the next steps for the United States is to ban these same processed sugary foods. The FDA should ban Pop-Tarts due not only to their unhealthy additives, but to their contribution to poor health habits and a result of harm to the body. One of these factors, one thing we will have to take into special account is the extremely unhealthy ingredients. Unhealthy and artificial additives in Pop-Tarts make them extremely dangerous to overall health. Pop-Tarts contain harmful preservatives that people can unintentionally consume, prompting rightful health concerns from health experts and from nations as well. The publishing group Environmental Working Group stated in a 2021 article on the EWG website, EWG's analysis of ToxCast data showed that the preservative called tert butyl hydroquinone, or TBHQ, has been found to harm the immune system. So this preservative found in Pop-Tarts harms the immune system and does a lot of damage. Pop-Tarts contain synthetic dyes as well that are associated with various health concerns. And this has caused several nations to actually ban Pop-Tarts composed of those dyes. So the article, The Reason Pop-Tarts Are Banned in So Many Countries, published in 2024 by Roland Judd, says Pop-Tarts contain artificial dyes such as red 40, yellow 5, and yellow 6, which, barring a handful of exceptions, aren't allowed in products sold there. They're referring to the EU, but that means that the Pop-Tarts composed of those are not sold in the EU, they're banned. But not only do these unhealthy ingredients cause major health problems, they also can lead to a scary view of health in general for all people. With their unhealthy and artificial additives, Pop-Tarts can become extremely dangerous to the complete and overall health perception that people have. Pop-Tarts are one of the most overconsumed and unhealthy foods in America. There's actually an article from Healthline in 2017 written by Francisca Spritzler that says here are 15 of the unhealthiest junk foods in America. Number 1, Pop-Tarts, and they're widely overconsumed in most parts of America. With so much sugar too, these can lead to long-term cravings and unhealthy ideas of food. Julia Sullivan writes in a 2025 article from the health website, Pop-Tarts can lead to blood sugar spikes as well as blood sugar crashes. So this can contribute to a lot of blood sugar changes and unhealthy actions because of the sugar. With sugar being clearly addictive, this overconsumption through Pop-Tarts can actually lead to those same cravings that I just described. The National Library of Medicine has a 2013 article written by 3 authors by the last names Ahmed, Gilliam, and Van Dale, saying sugar and sweetness can induce reward and cravings that are comparable in magnitude to those induced by addictive drugs. So the sugar is extremely addictive, and it's found in high quantities and high concentration in Pop-Tarts, and it goes to contribute to that unhealthy perception of health in America. This unhealthy view of food that Pop-Tarts bring can lead to worries, though, that people honestly shouldn't have to deal with. And because of their potentially destructive effects on the body, like I said, food like Pop-Tarts shouldn't have to be something people worry about. While one Pop-Tart isn't going to destroy your overall health, the compounding negative effects are not worth the taste and sweet treat. The University of Alabama at Birmingham produced an article called The Effects of an American Diet on Health by Courtney Walker, saying studies indicate that an unhealthy diet can contribute to the development of many diseases, especially considering the unhealthy and harmful preservatives in Pop-Tarts that can go to show that that is extremely harmful. And none of us like to worry about whether our next meal is going to be destructive to our health, and we shouldn't have to. Due to all these factors that I've mentioned, there is a decision that is only fair. Seeing the visible harmful effects on health and productivity, banning Pop-Tarts in the United States should be a clear choice. Because we all believe our lives and, like you said, Ethan, our health matters, justifying Pop-Tarts when they're clearly harmful to our bodies is contradictory to building the body that God gave us. Because proper precautions are not taken, overconsumption of unhealthy foods such as these Pop-Tarts continue to contribute to a health decline in the United States that is occurring right now. Johns Hopkins produced an article in 2022 titled Life Expectancy has Declined in the U.S. and it doesn't have to be. The U.S. experiencing its sharpest decline in life expectancy in more than a century. This has, in the article, described a lot about due to health-related facts, and these processed foods are going to contribute to that. This ban may be abrupt, but the benefits are extremely worth it. Due to their unhealthy effects, banning Pop-Tarts will allow consumers to lead a healthier lifestyle and put the nation on a path towards cleaner, unprocessed whole foods. By banning Pop-Tarts, sugar and dye consumption in the United States would decrease by a dramatic amount. In an article by Rice, Lacopo, Baker, and Hadavi, published in 2023 on CNBC, says about Pop-Tarts that in 2022, Americans consumed 3 billion of them. 3 billion Pop-Tarts with destructive preservatives and addictive sugar. By following the examples of many EU nations that already have banned Pop-Tarts, it's feasible that the United States would also be able to do the same thing and maintain health and corporations in the States. These overall health benefits and feasible actions involving the ban are really exceptional. So to conclude, the health decline in the United States can be at least tried to be treated with a ban of Pop-Tarts. This can lead to a healthier lifestyle for a lot of Americans, and it will decrease the risk of a lot of health issues. With their unhealthy additives, contributions to poor health habits, and harm to the body, Pop-Tarts should be banned by the FDA. So, in conclusion, I urge you, even if you can't do anything yourself about a complete ban of Pop-Tarts, maybe take your health into account and just stop eating them.
Okay, that was really good, and I think you got a lot of good information and you made a good point. But does the study indicate the amount of TBHQ consumed in Pop-Tarts is enough to cause harm to humans?
They haven't done, an exact study of the amount in Pop-Tarts. So, technically, I don't know about that, if it's including the amount in Pop-Tarts, but they did say that an overconsumption of that TBHQ, I don't know how to pronounce it, but I know that an overconsumption of that can lead to those, like it says, immune system issues.
So if Pop-Tarts are harmful enough to justify a ban, why haven't all the EU countries banned them?
Well, you could ask the same thing about why America hasn't banned them, just simply because, people don't want to take that into a full ban. There's just also multiple EU countries that have taken at least part of them into account to ban some of them made of those harmful ingredients.
Yeah. So is the comparison between sugar and addictive drugs universally accepted by researchers?
Lately, there's been a lot more research indicating that those two are more comparable. While it doesn't say that they're identical, and nobody's arguing that they're the exact same, at least from the health articles that are reputable by sources, but they are still very addictive, and everybody agrees to that.
Yeah, like you said, occasional Pop-Tarts, that even though they don't, like, occasional, like, eating of them don't harm you, but, like, what percentage of the American population actually eats Pop-Tarts, like, daily or, like, a lot?
Well, the exact population, I haven't seen a study on that, but considering there's 3 billion Pop-Tarts consumed in the United States, I can tell you there's not even close to 3 billion people in the United States. So the amount of Pop-Tarts being consumed by the average person is what, like tens, maybe hundreds? Not saying that everybody will, but the majority of people are eating a lot of them.
So I calculated it before this. So 3 billion for the population is roughly around 340 million.
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be about a 9 per year per person.
Yeah. I
don't think a 9 a year would hurt a person, but it's still good to have intact or know the information and aware of it. That I'm guessing more. Obviously, I'm not a very consumer of Pop-Tarts, but my friends are. So with that, could banning Pop-Tarts make people switch to eating other unequally healthy foods?
Yeah, for sure. It definitely could in part, but there's also just I know a reason that a lot of people eat Pop-Tarts is because they're accessible. So finding other accessible foods, there could be a lot of advertisement, there could be more advertisement, and a lot of things that companies can do to make people eat other cleaner foods also.
Okay. And so do you think banning a single snack would significantly reverse the trend of eating unhealthy foods?
I think it would definitely start to bring America on the path to reverse the trend. Significantly is a debatable term, and you can't settle on an exact number for what that actually means, so I couldn't give you an exact answer on that particularly, but yeah.